Oof. All right. Second half, Chelsea. Pretty much the whole review of the game. Again, welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Like, if you watched the game. If you didn't watch the game, please don't come and just say anything. Chelsea. Okay. One thing I'll say is second half, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, when you watch the game today, you'll think to yourself, oh, well, is it that they stopped us or we just didn't do enough to beat them? And it's one of those questions that you answer with both, you know. We didn't do enough to beat them, but at the same time, they did exactly what they were told, and they did enough to stop us. You know, again, second half, we didn't really change anything. We went long more, and we kind of had some success with that, but it just didn't pan out because, again, Crystal Palace was well positioned. Their players were very disciplined. They just didn't, oh, let's just go attack. Let me just go for a reckless challenge. They thought about what, it's like when we have the ball, they would think ahead and be like, okay, let's drop back. Let's not go so tight on Joao Pedro. Because if you notice, when the defender got tight to Joao, he turned him, but he fouled Joao. But then he pretended to be hurt. So that sequence told me if we could have kept going at them, especially, this is first half, but as that's playing behind me, just so you get to see the highlights too, we should have kept going to Joao more and just go over top, let the ball drop right in between the defenders and the goalkeeper where he has to decide. We didn't do that enough. And the wingers did not take on their players enough. And this is where I say Estevao Willian has to start. Estevao my gosh. If he would have started, think about all the chances that Gittins got. Just think about that. Think about the chances Gittins had. And think about if that was Estevao. If that was Estevao, we would have at least either gotten somebody to get a red card because he would have gotten past his man. Now, the first time he touches the ball, goes past it, Mike Gay. That's where they thought, they were like, oh, let's just put somebody on him. And then he goes past him. Then they were like, oh, okay, let's not play around with this kid. Send two people over there. So if he would have started, I think things would have been different because they would have been thinking about him more. It's like, if you leave Gittins and then that was Estevao, he's going one-on-one. He takes somebody on 1, 2, 3 times. You now have to compromise that person that go chases Palmer to be on that side for Estevao. But in the game, they were so comfortable because they're like, oh, well, there's nobody that's really going past anyone. But when Estevao got in the game in the second half, when he went past Gay, they shipped somebody off, which then opened up the game for us. But we just didn't capitalize as much. It is a little disappointing not winning the game, and we didn't score. Like, I wanted us to at least have scored, even if it was offside, the same way they did. But what this performance proved is how good Crystal Palace are. They're a good team. They did not have that late run towards the end of the season by a fluke. Their coach is not like, oh, well, let me just, do this one gimmick and see if it works. We're just going to park the bus. No, they don't do that. They're very strategic. They position very, very well. And at the same time, that is something I would say you have to give them credit for. But Chelsea has to improve. Credit to Crystal Palace. They're going to have a very good season. Not a lot of teams are going to be able to pin them back like we did. And if they play other teams like City and them, they will definitely get chances to score, which they will take. Today, they couldn't really do much. That speaks to how Chelsea has improved defensively, like the whole team. And then it speaks to Crystal Palace, the way they prepare for the game. So, disappointing start to the season, but let's see. Maresca definitely going to learn from this. We have to fix that center back ASAP. Probably get Xavi Simons in. Just try to get some signings in that will improve the team. That will take the team to that next level. Santos was very good when he came in. He should have calmed down. You see what happened in the second half, how things opened up. Because of Esteval occupying two players automatically. So, oh man, I just keep thinking if he would have started, that would have opened up the game so much. Because in football, when you have a player that can take the attention of a whole, like the whole defense or a whole team, it helps you out immensely. When you're martyred, when Messi's on the field, everybody's worried. Hold up now. Why is he free? Why is he walking around? Why are you not next to him? You know, like, you need those type of players. Palmer don't do that enough. He doesn't go past his player enough to create that. Okay, now let's send 2-3 people over there. Esteval is on the wing. He's quick. He's skillful. The ball is always close to his feet, and he always wants to take on his opponent. A player like that needs to start. Santos, we have to find a way for Santos to be in that midfield. Even if it was to take out Palmer, put him in, or leave Enzo, make Enzo go play the 10 role, put Santos in there just so we can have more in midfield. I think that would have worked. We could have went 2 up top. There are a lot of ways we could have moved things around. We could have went 2 up top, I think. We could have just said, okay, Joao Pedro and Delap go up top, or Pedro Neto and Joao Pedro, y'all go up top, get close enough. And then now we would just have to make sure we send service in. So that at least when, let's say, Delap or Pedro chests the ball down, Neto is coming through, or Neto is making a run. I think that would have opened up the game. If we had a player that was taking on their opponent, it would open up the game for us. Because creating that attention, overloading one side, we didn't do that enough. Gusto, when he came in the game, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Again, we get foresee more, man. Chelsea, we know we just can't play. They can't wear and get player than like Estevan at the bench, and you know they use them. You know, Maresca need for land. You need for land fast. You know, don't play around. But that's the review for the whole game. I'm gonna watch this game. Let's see how it goes. The hate watch is on. Definitely, I'm not even. The hate watch is on. Don't lose. Either one of you that lose, you getting cooked. But